Yeah. I started thinking about this a couple of days ago. What would it have been like if Rey Mysterio never removed his mask in WCW? What if that match still took place and everybody knew if he lost that match, he had to remove his mask? So people was anticipating it, and everything. And he wins that match and he didn't have to remove his mask. Because, a mask is very sacred to luchadors. Very sacred. I mean, removing is like stripping away your own identity. And we know that Rey Mysterio himself, or Oscar Gutierrez, as he's known as his birth name, he cherished the mask. He believed in the tradition. He was all for it. And he wasn't too fond of removing his mask in WCW. He wasn't too happy about it. And if you look closely, when he removes his mask, the clip, you can see the discomfort on his face. He couldn't hide that if he tried. He didn't like it. You could see he did not like it. And it didn't make it any easier to bear because Kevin Nash was pointing fingers, just laughing at. Look at his face. Look at Ray. Oh, look at Ray. They was like, pointing and making fun of him, his face and shit. You could see the discomfort on his face. He did not like it. Now, but this is talking about what if that never happened? What if he didn't remove his mask that night? He won that match. He was booked to win. Now, for one, he would have never became heel, for one thing. I don't think WCW would have made him a heel before they closed down and it was sold to WWE, which is WWF at the time. He would have still been a face, had great matches, The Radicals, I think he was part of the Radicals, right? For the sake of conversation, let's call them the Radicals. Well, Filthy Animals, I think they were called, or something like that. He was a part of the stable when he was unmasked. That stable would have still existed. The stable still would have formed, but it'd be without Ray. That's the thing. It'll be everybody else in the stable, but without Ray, because Ray would be still in his mask, doing face matches and all that stuff, and being adored by the fans, especially Mexicans. Doing luchador, having great matches and shit. And that'll be that. The time things will still happen, like it happened in this timeline. He would go on eventually go on to WWE once they bought the rights to once they bought WCW. His attire will still change like this, as you see in your device. It will still look different, like they will still look exactly the same. The only thing is nobody would saw his face. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the thing. So, and his debut, when we first see him, when he's getting ready, you see him putting on the mask and stuff like that. That will still happen. Him putting on this mask when they first seen him before his first match. That everything will be exactly the same. He would still have the rival Eddie Guerrero later on. He would have still won the championship belt, WWE. He would have still, everything would have happened exactly the same. Pretty much. I mean, and no doubt, people will wonder what he'll look like. What he looks like up under there. So with the internet becoming so big, leaks would eventually leak out on what his face looks like, unfortunately. Especially if he doesn't want nobody to see his face. I mean, but the leaks will eventually come out to see what he looked like. Somebody snap a picture, like some paparazzi or some shit. Because he'll come out going to the store with his family, have his mask off, and they'll snap some pictures and shit like that. And I know that Rey Mysterio has done interviews unmasked. I seen one. He had some shades on. It looked like he was at a baseball game or something like that. I think if he hadn't removed his mask in WCW, if he never removed it, I think those interviews still might happen with him unmasked willingly, but they'll be less likely because he cherishes his mask. That's why. It'll be less like we'll barely if ever, see him unmasked with interviews. It's pretty much like it is in this timeline where he still has his mask on during interviews when he's at the talk shows and everything like that. He still has his mask on and shit. But it'll pretty much be the same. But I think he'll be less unmasked than in this timeline doing interviews. That's what I'm saying. We might get teasers on like a silhouette of his face. Like they'll have like a special art or a special pic of him with a silhouette of his face. You know, it'd be like dark on his face, stuff like that. Just to give you a little tease of him unmasked. But that's about it. Like I said, I don't believe he'll ever remove his mask. Ever. And that's pretty much what I believe what it would have been like had he never removed his mask. And WCW. So that's my take on that. I just thought I'd do this fun what if. I love doing what if videos. I love watching what if videos. They're really, really good. I'm thinking about doing one of Eddie Guerrero. What if he never passed? What would have happened with him if he never passed in 2005? I think it was 2005 when he passed. Man, that's going to be like a sobering one there. I mean, but that's off topic. That's what I'm thinking about doing, possibly. I don't know. That's just a thought. But yeah, I just thought I'd cover this with Rey Mysterio without his mask. Like, what would have been like if he had a mask in WCW? And I just found it interesting, man. As far as Dominic Mysterio is concerned, his son, I believe that he would have still debuted in WWE without a mask, despite the fact his father never unmasked. Because Dominic is Dominic. He's his son and all, but he doesn't want to really be in his father's shadow. That's probably why I think he never wore a mask in the first place. He did wear a mask to tease his father when he became heel. I thought it was kind of funny. But as far as him not wearing a mask, I think Dominic he wants to be his own man, which is respectful. You know what I'm saying? He already using the Mysterio last name. Some children of wrestlers don't even use the last name of their famous parents because they don't want to be in their shadow, which is understandable. So, but he's using the Mysterio last name, which is cool enough. And yeah, so hey, I still think Dominic would have came unmasked still. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Rey Mysterio. What if he never unmasked in WCW? And with that being said, this is Y Chromosome signing the fuck out. Peace and love. Good health to you all, and be safe out there. Peace. I'm out. Oh yeah, he still would have won. He still would have been WWE Hall of Fame. Of course, he still would have got that. Of course, he still would have been called the Little Big Man. Everything pretty much would have been the same. Pretty much. Peace. I'm out.